Bandeham Shri Guru Shriyatha Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shri Shikam Vitamscha Oma Gyana Timaranda Shagana Jana Shalakaya Shakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurva Bhishtam Supurakam Guraganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samastavena Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govinda Bidam Ujwaram Bharatanum Bhaktyan Vitam Sundaram Bande Vishwagurun Shahativyad Bhagavad Prem Novi Bija Pradam Devam Divyatanum Suchanda Varanam Balarka Shilam Sandrananda Puram Sadekavaranam Vairagya Vidyambudim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Banditam Shubharam Marika Sharanam Nyashishwara Sridharam Manshakopatarubyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabharanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namo. So today I am beginning a reading from Sri Sri Prapanna-jivanamritam by Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev-Goswami Maharaj. This book is very beautiful. It's Sridhar Maharaj's book written in Sanskrit, and it explores the subject of surrender. Surrender, or Sharanagati, is very essential to the practice of devotional service. And this book gathers verses from many different revealed scriptures, and it presents this theme. And in the book, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his aphorisms, his comments, are put in the words of the devotees, or Bhakti-vachanamritam, and nectar from the words of the devotees, rather than expressions of the Supreme Lord. Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, of course, Krishna covered with the Bhavakanti, or heart and halo of Srimati Radharani. So this book of Prapanna-jivanamritam will give us very much essential information for our practice of devotional service. And in the book, not only Sridhar Maharaj presents verses which he has gathered from the comments of the devotees in scriptures, but he also presents in many of those verses an aphorism which is written by himself in Sanskrit that gives the gist of the verses. And the chapters proceed from a point of basic understanding to higher and higher levels of realization. So today I'll start with the introduction, which is called Upakramamritam, or Prelude to Approaching Nectar. And this is chapter 1 of Sri Sri Prapanna-jivanamritam by Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev-Goswami Maharaj. Upakramamritam, Prelude to Approaching Nectar. Verse number 1. Ata mangala charanam Shri Guru Gora Gandharva Govindangring Ganai Saha Vande Prasadato Yesham Sarvaramba Shubhankara. Ata mangala charanam Shri Guru Gora Gandharva Govindangring Ganai Saha Vande Prasadato Yesham Sarvaramba Shubhankara. Auspicious invocation. I offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of my divine master, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Sri Gandharva Giridhari, Sri Sri Radha and Krishna, and their associates. By their grace, all endeavors are successful. Auspicious invocation. I offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of my divine master. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Sri Gandharva Giridhari, Sri Sri Radha and Krishna and their associates. By their grace, all endeavors are successful. So here the author is offering his obeisances first to his divine master, that is spiritual master. Then is Sri Guru, in this case Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Do I offer my reverence, my respects, my obeisances unto the lotus feet of my divine master, unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Sri Gandharva Giridhari, or Sri Sri Radha and Krishna and their associates. By their grace, all endeavors are successful. Gauravag Vigraham Vande, Gaurangam, Gauravaibhavam, Gaura Sankirtanon Matam, Gaura Karunya Sundaram. I offer my obeisances unto the deity, Gaura Saraswati, the personified message of the Golden Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose bodily luster is of a beautiful golden hue, like that of the selfsame Lord Gaurasundar, who is the personal expansion of the Supreme Lord Gaurahari, who is always intoxicated by preaching the message of that golden Lord and whose divine beauty blooms in the revelation of Lord Gauranga's mercy potency. So here, Srila Sridhar Maharaj says, I offer my obeisance unto the deity Gaura Saraswati, the personified message of the golden Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Gaura Saraswati, when a work is begun, there's the offering to the Ishtadevata. The Ishtadevata is a worshipable deity. Now, in this case, that worshipable deity is said to be Gaura Saraswati. The Gaura Saraswati is, of course, we can mentioned here the personified message of the Golden Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That Gaura Saraswati also we can see by the name Gaura Saraswati, a reference to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So here that Gaura Saraswati is being established as the Ishtadevata. I offer my obeisances unto the deity Gaura Saraswati, the personified message of the Golden Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose bodily luster is of a beautiful golden hue, like that of the selfsame Lord Gaurasundar, who is a personified expansion of that Supreme Lord Gaurahari, who is always intoxicated by preaching the message of that Golden Lord, and whose divine beauty blooms in the revelation of Lord Gauranga's mercy potency. Guru Rupa Harim Gauram Radha Ruchi Ruchavritam Nityam Nomin Navadipe Nama Kirtana Nartanai. Guru Rupa Harim Gauram Radha Ruchi Ruchavritam Nityam Nomi Navadipe Nama Kirtana Nartanai. Perpetually do I sing the glories of Lord Gauranga, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Hari, embraced by the heart and halo of Sri Radhika, and who has descended as the Divine Master. In this holy abode of Sri Navadip Dham, he is absorbed in the pastimes of profusely chanting the holy names, dancing in ecstasy. Perpetually do I sing the glories of Lord Gauranga, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Hari, embraced by the heart and halo of Sri Radhika, and who has descended as the Divine Master. In this holy abode of Sri Navadip Dham, he is absorbed in the pastimes of profusely chanting the holy names, dancing in ecstasy. So the quality of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that he is not presenting himself as Krishna, but he is showing the perfect example of the devotee of Krishna. He is not showing Krishna as the enjoyer, as the predominator, but rather Mahaprabhu is showing himself as a devotee of Krishna. And so it says, he has descended as the divine master. We can say he's showing the activities of the Acharya. Srimad Prabhu Paramboja Madhupebhyo Namo Nama Tripyantu Kripayat Tetra Prapanna-jivanamritam. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing himself as a devotee, as the Acharya, and he's showing us the perfect example how we can practice service to the Lord, and principally showing us that practice in the mood of separation, which is a perfect sentiment for the devotee. Srimad Prabhu Paramboja Madhupebhyo Namo Nama Tripyantu Kripaya Tetra Prapanna-jivanamritam. Again and again, I offer my obeisances unto the eternal personal servitors of my divine master, who drink the nectar of his lotus feet. I pray they may be graciously pleased in tasting this Prapanna-jivanamrita, and tasting this this book, which means life nectar of the surrendered souls. Atma Vigyapti Ati Arvachina Rupopi Prachinanam Susammatan Shlokan Katipayan Atra Chaharami Satamure. Atma Vigyapti Ati Arvachina Rupopi Prachinanam Susammatan Shlokan Katipayan Atra Chaharami Satamure. A humble petition. Despite not my disqualifications, for the satisfaction of the pure devotees, I have compiled in this book an anthology of stanzas that are well established by our predecessors. So here Srila Sri Maharaj is saying that this book is a compilation of verses describing the glories of Sharanagati, of surrender. Despite my disqualifications for the satisfaction of the pure devotees, I've compiled in this book an anthology of stanzas that are well established by our predecessors. So this is Guru Maharaj's humble petition to the readers, to the devotees. Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo yasmin pratishlokam abharavati api namani anta anantasya yashon gitaniyad shrinvanti gayanti grinanti sarava. Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo yasmin pratishlokam abharavati api namani anantasya yashongitani yad shrinvanti gayanti grinanti sarava. Even if every stanza is imperfectly composed, that is, unlucidly expressed, the sins of the people are totally vanquished by those expressions or books in which the glorious holy names of the infinite Supreme Lord are described. Since the pure devotees hear those holy names from a qualified preacher, they solitarily sing those holy names even in the absence of others, and they chant the unending glories of those holy names in the presence of a deserving listener. So this is describing how we are receiving the transmission of understanding about devotion, then presented by a qualified preacher. That understanding is, and that consists of understanding of the glories of the Lord's devotional service and the glories of His holy name. So it requires qualified preacher. The devotees will also, of course, chant those holy names even when there are no one present. So even if there's not a qualified preacher, one can always chant the glories of the holy name, and and they chant unending glories of those holy names in the presence of a deserving listener. So everything is established on the basis of Shravanam Kirtanam. But here Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj is also saying, even if this book has mistakes, is not properly presented, still it is describing the glories of the Lord's devotional service and the glories of the holy name. So one will be able to, even if there are some mistakes in composition, one will be able to derive benefit from hearing this. Abhivyakta matam prakriti lagu rupadad apibuna. Avivyakta mata prakriti lagu rupad apibuna. Vidatri siddhartan hari gunamayiva kritiriyam pulindenapi agni kim u samidam unmatya janito hiranya shreninam apaharati nanda kalushata. Abhivyakta mata prakriti lagu rupadapi buddha Vedatri siddhartan harigunamayi va kritiriyam pulindenapi agni kim u samidam unmatya janito hiranya shreninam apaharati nanta kalushatam. O learned personalities, this treatise, composed of the divine qualities of Lord Hari, will fulfill your cherished wishes, despite the fact that it is presented by me, a very insignificant person. Does not the fire ignited from pieces of wood rubbed together by a low-born barbarian dissipate the impurities in gold? O learned personalities, this treatise composed of the divine qualities of Lord Hari will fulfill your cherished wishes despite the fact that it is presented by me, a very insignificant person. Does not the fire ignited from pieces of wood rubbed together by a low-born barbarian dissipate the impurities in gold? So this verse is given by Srila Rupa Goswami, and he's saying that even though this work, this treatise, is being presented by me, and I am, in my own eyes, not qualified, but at the same time, even if a fire is lit by a very low-class person or an unqualified person, if a fire is lit by someone who has not very good qualities, still that fire intrinsically can purify gold. So even I may be unqualified in presenting this, still there is value in hearing of the glories of the Lord. Yatokta rupa padena niche not paditena le hemna shudis tatai vatra viraharti riti satam. As Srila Rupa Goswami Pad has in his humility expressed that gold can be purified with fire lit by a barbarian, similarly, the pure devotees' grief born of their separation from the Lord may also be dispelled by this book, which will light the lamp of their divine love for the Lord. So those devotees who are suffering in separation from the Lord, even though this book is being presented by, in the author's view, an unqualified person, still this book has the capacity or the capability to dispel the devotees' grief of service and separation by giving them valuable information and valuable verses from the saints about the glories of devotional service. Antakavi yashas kamam saruta varanam bahi shudyantu sarva sarve duschikit tishyam imam janam antakavis yasha kamam saruta varanam bahi shudyantu sarva sarve duschikit duschikitsham imam janam. And this is Srila Sri Maharaj's personal expression, which parallels the verse of Rupa Goswami, who says that this book will, even though it is being presented by me, still it will be appreciated by the devotees, despite my disqualification. And here Srila Sri Maharaj says, O saintly devotees, please purify this wrongdoer, who on the pretext of saintliness desires in his heart the prestige of a poet, and who is thus afflicted with the practically incurable disease of, we can say, insincerity, or we could say duplicity. That is what Srila Sri Maharaj is implying. He say, Andakavis yashas kamam, that saduta varanam bahi. Externally, I'm presenting myself as a sadhu, as a saintly person. But antakavis yashas kamam, he says, but internally, one has desire in one's heart for the prestige of a poet. Antakavis yashas kamam, that internally I'm desiring the fame of a poet. But externally, I'm presenting myself as a sadhu, as a saintly person. Then mentions, and therefore I'm afflicted with the practically incurable disease of insincerity or duplicity. That I'm showing one thing, and internally I have some desire in my heart for presenting myself as a writer, as a poet, so this is Guru Maharaj's parallel expression to that of Srila Rupa Goswami, internally desiring the fame of a poet, but externally presenting myself as a saintly person in describing this book, and therefore I may be seen as someone who has some insincerity because he is showing some duplicity. But this is actual Guru Maharaj's beautiful humility, which he expresses. Krishna gata priya bhakta, bhakta gata priyo hari, katanchid ubayor atra prasangas tat prasidatam. Tidings of Lord Krishna are naturally very dear to the devotees, and tidings of the Lord's devotees are also dear to him, since narratives of both the Supreme Lord and his devotees can be found within this book. I have hope, O pure devotees, that you may be propitiated hereby. I know that I am hoping that the devotees will be satisfied with this book, because it has descriptions of Lord Krishna, which are naturally, these descriptions are dear to the devotees. And it also has descriptions and expresses the feelings of the devotees, and the Lord himself appreciates the service of his devotees. So since it has both descriptions of Krishna and descriptions of the devotees' internal feelings, Srila Sri Maharaj is praying to the readers. Therefore, I hope, since there is descriptions of both the Lord and his devotees in this book, I hope, O pure devotees, that you may be satisfied with this offering. Sabhava kripaya santo mad udesha malinatam samshod yang Gikurdambo hi ahaiduka kripad daya Swabhava kripaya santo mad udesha malinatam samshodyang gikurudvambo yahaituka kripadaya. O pure devotees, by your natural divine grace, kindly purify me of ill motives, offenses, and accept this treatise. Certainly you will do so, because you are the ocean of causeless mercy. Now, Srila Sri Maharaj is expressing in his humility that if I have some wrong motive or some wrong reason, or I am doing something wrong in presenting this book, you please accept what I'm offering and purify me by your acceptance of this book. And I know that you will do this because you're all oceans of causeless mercy. This is a wonderful expression of the author of Srila Sri Maharaj. Ata granta parichaya grantesmin parame nama Prapanna-jivanamritam dashadhyaye prapananam jivana pranadayakam vardakam boshakam nityam ridindriya rasayanam atimartya rasolasa paraspara shukavaham viraham milanartaptam krishna karshna katamritam prapati vishayam vakyam chodritam shastra sammatam. I'll repeat that. Ata granta parichaya grantesmin parame nama Prapanna-jivanamritam dashadhyaye prapananam jivana pranadayakam vardakam boshakam nityam ridindriya rasayanam atimartya rasolasa paraspara shukavaham viraha milan artaptam krishna karshna katamritam prapati vishayam vakyam chodritam shastra sammatam. Introduction to the book. The substance expressed within the 10 chapters of this book, called Prapanna-jivanamritam, the substance expressed within the 10 chapters of this holy book called Prapanna-jivanamritam give life to the surrendered souls, affecting their eternal growth and nourishment. It is the panacea of the heart and spiritual senses, bestowing those dedicated devotees mutual happiness by the ever-increasingly newer and newer play of the supramundane joy of Prakriti Rasa. Lord Krishna and his associates are portrayed in their natural pastimes of separation and union, and the life of unconditional surrender as established by scriptures and saints has been elucidated. Introduction to the book. The substance expressed within the 10 chapters of this holy book called Prapanna-jivanamritam give life to the surrendered souls, affecting their eternal growth and nourishment. It is the panacea of the heart and spiritual senses, bestowing those dedicated devotees mutual happiness by the ever-increasingly newer and newer play of the supramundane joy of Prakriti Rasa. Lord Krishna and his associates are portrayed in their natural pastimes of separation and union, and the line of unconditional surrender is established by scriptures and saints has been elucidated. And the line of unconditional surrender, as established by scriptures and saints, has been elucidated. So here, Srila Sri Maharaj is saying, this is the introduction to Prapanna-jivanamritam. And in that introduction, he's saying that this book consists of 10 chapters, and this will give life to those who are surrendered souls, and it will help them with their spiritual growth and give them nourishment. Because the subject matter of this book is actually the quality of surrender, and this will very much satisfy those who are surrendered souls to the Lord. It is the panacea of the heart and spiritual senses. Now, panacea means that it is a cure. It is a cure for any affliction of the heart and the spiritual senses, and bestowing dedicated devotees mutual happiness by the ever-increasingly newer and newer play of supramundane joy, prakrita rasa. So this world is called prakrita. And then above this world is the plane of adhoksaja, which is, we may say, subject matter for a Vaikuntha, expressing the qualities of the opulences of the Lord of Adhoksaja. But a prakrita very much resembles this material world, but we can say it is because the activities of Krishna are not that of showing himself as someone beyond interaction with ourselves, but the aprakrita, the plane, the world of Krishna is resembling this material world, but it is full of aprakrita emotions, aprakrita senses, the sense of divine spirituality. But Krishna shows himself as two-handed person. He shows himself apparently as one of us. And also we can say Mahaprabhu in this way, shows himself as one of us. So this, they're expressing what is very much we can relate to, that aprakrita rasa. But it is of the most high and divine nature, and will be appreciated by those devotees who can see how this is flowing to them from the plane of the Lord. And you can see that is a quality of Krishna's activities in Vrindavan. They appear to be the activities of a person who is relating with his devotees, is not showing himself as the predominating all-powerful Lord, but he is showing himself as one of the devotees. Lord Krishna and his associates are portrayed in their natural pastimes of separation and union, and the line of unconditional surrender as established by scriptures and saints has been elucidated. So this is very important for us because Mahaprabhu shows us the beauty of service and separation. And this will lead us to understanding the quality of surrender, which, as Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, the scriptures and saints has glorified this quality of unconditional surrender. Atra Charananya Chitanam Krishna Para Rajojusham Krishna Para Prapananam Krishnarte Kila Karmanam Krishna Premaika Lubdanam Krishno Jishtaika Jivinam Krishna Sukaika Vanchanam Krishna Kinkara Sevinam Krishna Vicheda Dagdanam Krishna Sangola Sadridam Krishna Svabhava Bandhunam Krishnaika Daitatmanam Bhaktanam Hridayogati Marma Gatam Ritena Cha Bhaktarti Hara Bhaktasya Bishtam Purti Karam Tata Sarva Samshaya Chedirid Granti Bids Jnanabhasitam Apurva Rasa Sambhara Chamatkarita Chittakam Viraha Vyadi Santapta Bhakta Chittam Mahoshadam Yukta Yuktam Parityaja Bhaktarthai Kila Chestitam Atma Pradana Paryanta Pratigyanta Pratishrutam Bhakta Premaika Vasya Sva Svaropola Sagoshitam Purnashvad Purnashvasa Karam Sakshad Govinda Vachanamritam Samaritam Pibantu Bo Sarava Shuddhadarshanan. Okay. Atra Chananya Chitanam Krishna Para Rajo Jusham Krishna Para Prapanarnam. Pardon me. Atra Chananya Chitanam Krishna Para Rajo Jusham Krishna Para Prapananam Krishnarte Kila Karmanam Krishna Premaika Lubdanam Krishno Chishtaika Jivinam Krishna Sukaika Vanshanam Krishna Kinkara Sevinam Krishna Vicheda Dagdanam Krishna Sangola Sadridam Krishna Swajana Bandunam Krishnaika Daitatmanam Bhaktanam Ridayod Gati Marma Gatam Ritena Cha Bhaktarti Hara Bhaktasha Bishta Purti Karam Tata Sarva Samshaya Chedi Read Granti Bids Gyanam Bhashitam Apurva Rasa Bara Chamatkari Tachittakam Virahavyadi Santapta Bhakta Chitta Mahoshadam Yukta Yuktam Parityaja Bhaktarta Kila Chestitam Atma Pradana Paryanta Pratigyanta Pratishrutam Bhakta Premaika Vashyasva Svarol Swaru Pola Sagoshitam Purnashvasa Karam Sakshad Govinda Vachanamritam Samaritam Pibantubo Sarava Shuddha Darshana. Carefully compiled in this book is the nectar of the deep heart-revealing transcendental messages of those devotees whose hearts are unalloyed. So carefully compiled in this book is the nectar of the deep heart-revealing transcendental messages of those devotees whose hearts are unalloyed, who are servitors of the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna, who perform their every act for Krishna, who are filled with insatiable desire exclusively in love of Krishna and sustain their lives on Krishna's remnants alone, who desire only Krishna's pleasure and serve the servants of Krishna, whose hearts burn in separation of Krishna and overflow with ecstasy in the association of Krishna, whose relative and friend is Krishna, and whose one and only beloved is Krishna. Along with these expressions of the devotees are carefully collected the words of supreme nectar springing directly from the lotus feet of Lord Govinda, which vanquish the heartbreak of the devotees, which fulfill the devotees' hopes and earnest aspirations, which destroy all doubt and sever the knot of ignorance, which are dazzling with transcendental wisdom and astonish the heart by miraculous waves of divine rapture or divine ecstasy, which are the great panacea for the devotee's heart afflicted with the piercing pangs of separation, which are incited wholly for the devotee, irrespective of his disqualification or, which are incited wholly for the devotee, irrespective of his qualification or disqualification, so much so that the Lord is bound by his pledge to give himself to his devotee, and which openly proclaim with great ecstasy that his very nature is to be subjugated solely by the affection of his devotee, reassuring his devotees in all circumstances. O pure and spotless devotees, may you drink deeply the quintessence of these divine elixirs. O pure and spotless devotees, may you drink deeply the quintessence of these divine elixirs. So, here, very beautifully expressed, but first of all, the book is examining the qualities of surrender by delving deeply into the words of the devotees. And the first part of this summary, which is giving how the book is proceeding, is showing that it's consisting of these words of the devotees about giving us information about what are the meanings of the different limbs of surrender, how the devotees are expressing themselves. And first, there are chapters giving the expressions and the clarification, elucidation, we can say, about the glories of surrender from the words of the devotees. Then we will also find the expressions of the Lord himself, which we'll find expressions of the Lord in his appreciation for the qualities of his devotees. And even those devotees may express either qualification or disqualification. In other words, they may express themselves as being unqualified persons. But we are not necessarily to, that will be the humility of the devotees expressing themselves in that way. But in any case, the Lord is very much bound by his devotees, his surrendered souls. So this book proceeds, and after this introduction, it will proceed with words from the scriptures glorifying the quality of surrender. Then we'll find 6 chapters of the words of the devotees giving more and more developed expressions of what the different limbs of surrender are. Then we'll find also expressions of the Lord in glorification of his surrendered soul. So this is the way the book is proceeding. Abhyaya parichaya adraiva pratamadhyeye. Adhyaya parichaya adraiva pratamadhyaye upakramamritabdide. Abhaya parichaya atraiva pratamadhyaye upakramamritabdide. Mangala charanam chatma vigyaptir vastu nirnaya grantha parichayo jaya vishayascha niveshita. Abhyaya parichaya atraiva pratamadhyaye upakramamrita bide mangala charananam chat mangala charanam chatma vigyaptir vastu nirnaya granda parichayo jaya vishayas cha niveshita. So listeners will have to tolerate my inability sometimes to pronounce the Sanskrit. Adhyaya parichaya atraiva pratamadhyaye upakramamrita bide mangala charanam chatma vigyaptir vastu nirnaya granda parichayo jaya vishayas cha niveshita. Chapter summary. An auspicious invocation, humble petition, an introduction to the book and its chapters, and the theme of the philosophy of the book have, to the best of my ability, all been entered within the first chapter, named Upakramamrita, or Prelude to Approaching Nectar. So, I believe tomorrow we'll continue with our reading, and we'll start with this verse, which I've just read, and this is the description of the first chapter, and then following will be summary of what the following chapters are going to be dealing with in the book. So tomorrow we'll hear that summary of all these chapters. So this is in other words, we're going to hear a chapter summary of the Prapanna-jivanamritam. And this is chapter summary, an auspicious invocation, humble petition, an introduction to the book and its chapters, and the theme of the philosophy of the book have, to the best of my ability, all been entered within the first chapter, named Upakramamritam, or Prelude to Approaching Nectar. So that is the summary of the first chapter, and the first chapter will continue. Tomorrow we will hear a summary of all the successive chapters in the Prapanna-jivanamritam. So, personally, despite my own disqualification, my not being properly qualified, still I wish to read this Prapanna-jivanamritam, because it is Srila Sridhar Maharaj's book. He has been glorified for the presentation of this Prapanna-jivanamritam. Not only is it beautifully expressing so many clear sentiments in glorification of surrender and glorification of the devotees and glorification of the Supreme Lord. Everything is here within this book, presented in the Sanskrit language, and that is showing itself as a spotless Shastra, or a spotless divine book given by Srila Sridhar. So tomorrow I'll continue starting with this verse, verse number 23 of the first chapter. Right.
Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hariharaya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama.
Gopal Govindaram Shimadhusudan.
Gopal Govindaram Shimadhusudan.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan.
Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra.
Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raguna.
Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raguna.
Sri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasa Raguna.
Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raguna.
Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan.
Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan.
Jaha Hoite Vignana Shabista Puran.
Jaoite Vignana Shabista Puran.
Echai Gosai Jar Muitarodas.
Echai Gosai Jar Muitaradas.
Dasavar Palarinu Mora Panchagra.
Dasabar Padarenu Mora Panchagra.
Kadir Charana Shivi Bhakta Shanivar.
Kadir Charana Sevi Bhakta Saniva.
Janame Janame More Avilas.
Janame Janame More Abilas.
Echai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas.
Echai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas.
Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash.
Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash.
Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan.
Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayaman.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayaman.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Pana Koriya.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyan.
Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamoda.
Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamoda.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriya.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyan.
Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamoda.
Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamoda.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Jai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol.
Jai Gaur Hari Bol
Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Juki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Tara Sada Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Tara Sada Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Ragana Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Ragana Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Premsi Go Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Harshivasari Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Bhagwat Ki Jai. Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishvavarenya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Madhacharya Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Sri Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Sri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Sri Koladvip Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Soquel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Sevashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Sham Kunda Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Jai Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj Ki Jai.